headlines, world politics, and fruitless conflicts with the dramatically shrinking group of so-called climate skeptics. This book has only been possible because of the many years of work carried out by these and many other academics. Our task has been to take their suggestions, analyses, and theories with us out into an often complex and dirty reality. The descriptions of the dark times ahead undoubtedly serve a purpose. They attract attention, precisely because they are shocking. They can help to mobilize activists. But, in the long run, doomsday scenarios have a well-documented disadvantage. A narrow focus on dismal themes such as climate refugees, drought-stricken farmers, and flooded cities can lead to alienation and helplessness. The vast majority of us find it simply too hard to turn our gaze towards a problem that burns with the dazzling intensity of the sun. Because what can we do? What difference can one individual make? As you will hopefully realize, this book contains answers to these questions. We have compiled the book around some very simple questions, and we'll begin with these two. Where are we now? And what are the first few steps we need to take to change course and avoid the worst-case scenarios? We then consider potential solutions and how we can realize them by working together. The book ends by studying the roles we can each play. It is entirely intentional that we begin with the big picture, because only then can we see the challenges in their right proportions. What has major importance and what is less important? We need a better grasp of the scale. One of the core messages of this book is that the climate debate currently puts far too much emphasis on individual behaviour. Your consumption does matter, but it is a premise of this book that the climate crisis is, first and foremost, the result of society-scale systems that we have built up together over generations. The problems are structural, and therefore, so are the solutions. Fortunately, these global systems were created by humans, and humans can also change them. When we were halfway through writing this book, the world was hit by an overwhelming pandemic, and we realized just how much action humans can take in an extremely short space of time. During the period after COVID-19 broke out, we saw individuals changing their behavior overnight out of consideration for themselves and each other. We also saw many heads of state striding into action to protect their populations and economies. We saw companies adapting their production processes in record time to help fight the virus, and we saw researchers working together on solutions across national borders at an accelerated pace that rapidly produced results. Like many others observing as events unfolded, we found hope in the crisis. We interpreted the spring of 2020 as proof that climate change can be handled far more resolutely than we have previously seen, even if the crisis also laid bare many shortcomings on the part of certain individuals, leaders, and societies. And who are we, then? We consists of one photographer and 3 journalists who, from different angles, have covered climate and energy issues for a total of 20 years. Our knowledge of the field is extensive enough that we know how little we know. But we are skilled at finding people with real expertise and asking them questions. There are plenty of holes in our technical understanding. That is why we have been lucky enough to find a range of specialists, genuine experts, willing to double-check the technical descriptions and analyses in this book from cover to cover. However, all the conclusions, and any errors,